Hello and welcome back to the Labyrinth of Grisaia, Amane's route. Let's continue. In order to obtain something, you need to sacrifice something else. Sometimes that's money, sometimes it's time. There are all sorts of possibilities depending on the circumstances. Personally, I regard trading my time for a little piece as a fair enough trade. Nothing to complain about there. Then again, complaining isn't really an option in the first place. Only a few people even know what I'm really doing here. 1929. Situation resolved. You can head on home now. Damn it, another ghost. It's not uncommon for them to call us into the field and leave us twiddling our thumbs waiting for a ghost until it's time to withdraw. I just happened to draw a losing ticket today. I'm not upset about the wasted time. In fact, I'd probably count myself lucky. The job of an agent really isn't that different from drawing lots from a hat, and the agents themselves are basically equivalent to the scraps of paper inside. Sometimes you win a prize, sometimes you get squat. Your case officer is the one who draws the lots. The agent who is pulled from the hat doesn't even know if they are winning the ticket or not. In the first place, it's pretty standard to know practically nothing about your target apart from their physical appearance. I went straight to the location they specified over the phone, then a taxi driven by a 3-digit semi-civilian operative picked me up. I took the gun from the trunk and proceeded to stand by on the roof of a high-rise building. They kept me waiting up here for quite some time, but in the end our target never showed up in the area that I was positioned in. Simple as that. Without a word of complaint, I closed up my shop, packed my toys away inside the aluminium case, and stand up to brush a bit of gravel off the seat of my work clothes. All that said, once you've worked in this field for a while, you start to get a feel for whether or not a given job is going to involve a price. For example, when you're called in without any briefing whatsoever. They don't bother pairing you up with a spotter, and there's only one bullet in the case the operative brings you. It's most likely a losing ticket. Situation Echo, they call it. Basically just a precautionary deployment. Long story short, the world might be a dangerous place, but the trigger doesn't get pulled as often as one might think. It's also possible that JB's intentionally been putting on me on jobs that won't require any actual shooting, I suppose. But either way, the uneventfulness of these missions does raise some questions on it in itself. What's going to become of the bullet I didn't use today? Will they just reissue it to somebody else? It seems unlikely given the consistently pristine condition of the ammo I'm supplied with. Is this an example of the famous military efficiency I've heard so much about? Well, whatever. The world's full of mysteries. After walking about 200 meters from the commercial building where I was positioned, an elementary school comes into view. When I passed by 3 hours ago, I could hear the high-pitched shouting of kids playing baseball with rubber balls and plastic bats, but it's past 6 now and the playground's completely deserted. In exchange, there are more people walking their dogs or enjoying a bit of light aerobic exercise in the area. The number of cars parked on the streets has increased notably as well. At a casual glance, most of them seem to be family vehicles or minicars. And near one minivan with its side door open, I spot a cluster of women, who seem to be housewives, engaged in a cheerful chit-chat. They probably rented the school gym for a recreational evening of volleyball or something of that sort. Next to this group, I stick out like a sore thumb with my oil-stained work clothes, rucksack and bulky aluminium case. As I pick up my pace to pass them by, a small van parked up ahead catches my eye. Asahi Clean. This isn't the first time I've seen those blue letters or the dingy white vehicle they're written on. Hey there, we're done for the day. Hurry up and toss the luggage in. I'm also familiar with the spectacled man who pokes his head out of the driver's side window, then jerks his chin toward the trunk. He's a 3-digit operative who's handled package retrieval for me on a number of occasions. I seem to remember him introducing himself as Ueda, but the chances of that being his actual names are slim to none. The man's got a grumpy expression on his face today. Wiping the sweat away from his brow with the sleeve of his t-shirt, he calls back to me as I'm opening the trunk. Want a ride? It's fine. There's a station nearby. I'll walk. All right then. Twisting his mouth slightly, Ueda stares into my eyes as if to evaluate my sanity. After jobs like this, I often walk instead of letting the company drive me home. Unfortunately, the guys in charge of package retrieval usually don't appreciate that. The reason for that is simple enough. Every once in a while, an agent who pulled the winning ticket develops a guilty conscience and ends up killing themselves after the job. In some sense, it almost seems elegant for a worn-out tool to dispose of itself once it's completed its mission, but I guess they don't want us dying quite that easily. Fortunately, today's target was a ghost, so Yuuji doesn't really make an issue of it. After shoving my aluminium case and rucksack into the trunk, I retrieved my personal possessions, a lunchbox and a shoulder bag. You taking the promotion exam? Been looking through my bag, huh? Sorry, it's part of the job. The bag I've just slung over my shoulder contains a number of technical manuals related to my company's formal examination process. I brought them along in the hope that I might have a little time to study, but in the end all I managed was to skim a few pages on the taxi ride over. I might be getting married pretty soon. Given my current salary, I'm a little worried about the future. Mine's not bad as long as you're earning enough danger pay. Like I said, I'm getting married. Don't want to be earning danger pay if I can help it. Ah, gotcha. Yuuji responds briefly in a disinterested tone of voice, then retrieves a fairly long cigarette butt from his ashtray and lights up. Well, it's probably gonna take a while, but hang in there. Thanks. As I slam the van's trunk shut, a slow, cheesy love song comes on the radio. Maybe that's his idea of a joke. Glancing into his rearview mirror to catch me frowning, Yuuji offers a little wave through his window, then drives up with a smirk on his face. The word marriage only entered my vocabulary fairly recently. Naturally, my potential bride would be Sue Amane. Why don't we get married after we graduate from Mihama? While I was a bit vague on the details, there's no doubt that I spoke those words to Amane, and since then I've been pretty seriously thinking about the future. First and foremost, I got to have money and a decent job. I'm sure Amane's parents would prefer to marry her off to someone they can trust to provide for her. And if I'm actually going to call myself her husband, I want to make sure she can put whatever she needs in her shopping cart without worrying too much about the price tags. Lately, I've actually begun depositing my pay from the company with Amane and allowing her to manage it. Using that money, she's been buying everything I need, from my food to my underwear and other daily necessities, while providing me with a steady allowance of 3,000 yen per day. Not counting from the 100,000 I've got in my emergency slush fund, my wallet has always got around 12 to 13,000 yen in it. And whenever that number dips below 10 grand, I soon find it's been replenished. It's pretty damn convenient, honestly. A wife who's good with money is a valuable thing. Maybe I shouldn't be comparing Amane with other women, but my master rarely even carried a wallet, leaving me to take care of everything. And JB's careless enough with her spending that I sometimes wonder if she's even aware of small bills actually exist. I still remember the way she used to leave me 10,000 yen bills with a note that read, "Use this to buy yourself a lunch." With standards of comparison like those, I'm all the more grateful that Amane's relatively reasonable attitude when it comes to money. It's been 3 months now since March, when Amane graduated from Mihama. She's already signed the lease on an apartment in the neighborhood, and she's moving a bit more of her stuff over there day by day, but the process is really dragging on. It seems she was invited to stay on permanently as a dorm mother at Mihama, but her parents aren't too enthusiastic about the idea. Honestly, I'm sure they want her to move back home now that she's graduated. But given everything that happened before, they can't exactly force that choice on her. It must be fairly frustrating for them. With all that in mind, Amane is planning to head home fairly soon enough for a thorough talk with her folks. She's also hoping to have me tag along so I can formally introduce myself to her father, if at all possible. I've actually been to that house twice already, but I didn't get to meet the man on either of my previous visits. In fact, it seemed like he was avoiding me, using vaguely plausible excuses like busy week at work and a meeting with my association. Amane's mother ended up bowing to me in apology both times. It was honestly a little more than awkward. This time, Amane is pretty determined to get the better of her old man. It sounds like she's working out a plan in coordination with her mother, but for the moment we're still waiting for an opportunity. As I make my way into the courtyard of Mihama Academy, my nose picks up the scent of food wafting from the direction of our dormitory. Glancing down at my wristwatch, I realize it's about time for dinner. Amane is hard at work, presumably. Nothing surprising about that. Judging from the appetizing smell in the air, I think we'll be having something with meat tonight. That reminds me, though, there's something I've been wondering about for quite a while now. I'm not much of a carnivore by nature, but every once in a while I do find myself craving a little meat. And on those days, without fail, I always find some on my dinner plate. It's not because I told Amane what I wanted in advance either. I don't have to say anything at all, and she still gives me what I want. It's downright bizarre. I'm tempted to suspect the woman's actually some kind of psychic. But to date, I haven't noticed her accidentally bending a spoon with her mind while we're eating curry. Welcome home, Yuuji. Yep, I'm back. As I return to my room, Amane comes out to greet me with a smile. Slightly surprised by how natural this all feels to me, I deposit my empty lunchbox in her outstretched hand. What did you like the best? Let's see, the crab croquettes were good. Oh yeah? I'll put some more in there one of these days then. Okay. What now? Want to take a bath? No, I'm pretty hungry. Let's eat first. Got it. It'll be ready soon, so go get changed. Okay, no need to rush. It's Salisbury steak tonight. That okay with you? Huh? Is that a no? I can always toss something else together. No, that's not it. Tell me something, Amane. Why do you always know exactly what I want to eat? So you haven't gone on yet? Well, I guess that makes sense. What are you talking about? It's not like I can magically predict what you want to eat, okay? I'm just planning out your menu well in advance so that you'll crave certain things on certain days. After eating something sweet, you'll start to want something sour. I set up a rotation based on a bunch of patterns like that. I had no idea. Well, I've been doing a bit of fine-tuning too. Fine-tuning? Yep, that's right. I'm not sure if you know this either, but when you're really enjoying something, you tend to say, "This is good," as you eat. But when you're not into it, you usually eat in silence. Really? When I actually ask, "Do you like that?" you always say it's delicious. But I can see it on your face when you'd rather have some meat or a lighter meal, or whatever. So anyway, I've been keeping a close eye on the way you eat and fine-tuning the plan based on that. Unlike Makina, you don't really buy snacks outside or anything, so you're usually pretty easy to predict. So that's how it is. Given that her family runs a Japanese restaurant, maybe it's not that outlandish that she can tell my expressions, what my expressions are from the look on my face. You're really something, Amane. I know, right? Aren't you glad I'm your girlfriend? The woman certainly doesn't hesitate to sing her own praises, but I can't deny I'm in complete agreement. When I head back to my room after a day in the field, Amane is always waiting for me with a hot meal. That's something I'm genuinely grateful for. That sounded like someone blowing up a balloon. With dinner behind us, I'm waiting around for my turn in the bath while sipping on some cold tea. And Amane is merrily ironing our clothes while humming some odd little tune to herself. Gazing at her pleasantly curvy body from behind, I find myself filled with warm feelings that are more affectionate than sexual. I'm not sure myself exactly where these emotions are coming from, but for me there's something very special about these small, happy moments of peaceful... I'm telling you, there ain't no greater luxury than a bath for us stinky old submariners! Yeah, got to savor those moments of peace. What? Something wrong? Just talking to myself. Is the bath free? Yep, it's wide open. You guys are the only ones who haven't used it yet, so knock yourselves out. Wait, are you on your own, Makina? Where's Sachin? What? I took my bath with Chiro here today. Not Sachin. You went in with Michiru? Wow, that's unusual. I'm a little surprised you even agreed, actually. It weren't exactly tough. I just grasped her sleeve and looked up into her eye, then hit her with the old, "Can't we go in together?" I totally skipped a beat. She's all like, "Fine, then if you insist, straight into the Sundara mode. Women sure are simple." You're just getting better and better at manipulating people, aren't you? Well, what did you expect? She's picking it up from you, Amane. And you, Yuuji. So, anywho, I got Qa'Rajh to wash my hair for me. She's surprisingly nice sometimes, you know. Did you say thank you? Well, of course. Not only did I thank her, we had a nice discussion about why her boobs ain't getting any bigger. What? Oh no! Oh! Oh, poor Michiro. I know it's just cheebies, but... Also, they're supposed to get bigger when someone squeezes them, right? So I gave them hooters a few hunks. I see. You squeezed them, huh? And that's when I thought it hit me. Oh, if I was a man, I could totally make this girl my plaything. Here and now. Don't make anyone your plaything, please. Should I keep going? I can describe our fantasies in more detail. I really don't want to hear them. What? That a fact? What a crying shame. In any case, the bath's ready and waiting, so go and take a soak already. I think I'll go after I finish the ironing. Why don't you get in first, Yuuji? Okay. Hey, wait a sec. You do understand, right? I'll be up later. Don't get up before me. Yep, I know. Also, don't go letting any of the other girls wash you. That's my job. Capiche? Why aren't you saying anything, and what's with that totally fed up look on your face? Try not to keep me waiting too long, alright? Now I'm kind of worried. What if he runs into Sachin in the hallway or something? Ah, Kazami-san, is it time for your daily ablutions? Indeed. In that case, would you care to have me wash your body? I could put these sweet cherry lips to work if you're in need of a little hubba wubba. Hubba wubba, eh? Sounds appealing. Oh yes, hubba wubba does the body good. Well, Amane did say she won't be coming up for a while. Would you mind, Sachi? Oh, it would be my pleasure. She totally might do that, right? What if he just takes her on a hubba wubba thing? Yeah, such a word, what, Amane. I know Oni-chan's got his fetishes, but do you really think he's gonna make our maid service him in the bath? Wait, that actually sounds kind of plausible. Yuuji! Wow, hey, wait, Amane, calm down, will ya? Where do you think you're going? Let me go, Yuuji's mine, all mine! Hey, what? Come on! Yow, jeez, this woman's crazy strong. What about the ironing? Oh, right, the iron. I gotta shut it off before I go. Can't run up the electricity bill. That ain't the issue here, right? Just calm the heck down for a sec. Sheesh, this must be what it feels like to take a rambunctious Great Dane out for a walk. But... No buts! Everyone decided to not make any move on Oni-chan. That's the last meeting, right? I mean, yeah, that's true. I swear, for such a big lady, you can sure be a total wimp sometimes. Well, come on. That meeting the other day kinda ended up going in some weird directions, you know? Right, the meeting. Oh, yeah. I know it's a bit presumptuous for someone with no experience whatsoever to comment, but would you allow me to express my opinion? Sure, the floor recognizes Comrade K-Mine. Well then, might I humbly suggest pea juice? Pea juice? Does that sound erotic to you? Well, not exactly, but I believe using a somewhat ridiculous new term might serve nicely to emphasize your obsession with sex. You're so wrong! Annie is a horny girl with big boobs, right? That means she's gotta act all embarrassed and use a cutesy word. The element of surprise would be killer! Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. What do they call that again? You know, that. Gapmo. Yeah, that's it. Something like that, right? Su-san. Could you please use some actual nouns in your sentences? Annie is basically an old lady from Kansas, you know. Just deal with it. In the first place, why exactly am I being forced to participate in this ludicrous meeting? It isn't ludicrous in the slightest. Today's topic is Amane and Kazami Yuuji. Marriage on the horizon, integrating perspectives and policy solutions. And we are seeking a rigorous and multilateral exchange of opinions on the issue at hand. So, why are we debating how she should refer to seminal fluid?
Well, she wanted to know how to keep him from cheating on her, right? Like, how to become a perpetually captivating woman. And there's only one kind of girl a man never gets bored of, namely the Sundara.
You certainly are persistent.
Seriously, what a load of crap. You trip over a Sundara every time you walk around the block these days.
Well, so what? That just means the Sundara has become the new global? I love the face on Michiru. Also, how did she get her bangs to go out of the hood like that? Global standard?
Right, exactly. Everyone wants to be a Sundara now, right? That doesn't change how awesome it is. It's like a trusty oil ladder. Never changes, always reliable. Before you know it, you've chosen one. Sundara, the brand you can trust. What the heck if you're going to come, then get it over with already. Don't get the wrong idea though, it's not like I want your baby or anything, but I kinda do, see? How do you like that?
My, 9-to-1 son to Dara ratio. You're getting better at this, Michiru-sama.
I practiced that line 7 times or so in the morning. Totally nailed it, right?
7 times? Seriously? And why or so? You can even see the long nose that she's lying. Oh,
I bet she started getting bored after 5 reps, yeah? Told herself she'd at least get to 10, then throw in the towel somewhere around 7. Shut up, you! Were you spying on me or something? Anyway, it's fine. Too much practice just makes the lines come out less naturally. The pro Sundara's gotta know how to improvise.
I must say the Sundara way of life sounds rather haphazard.
Excuse me? You're fundamentally a Sundara yourself, remember? Don't be free, a freaking dingbat, girl. Yumi-chan's a Kudara to the core!
I really don't care. In fact, I'd really appreciate it if you stopped trying to classify me altogether. Listen, I'm happy you guys are willing to have the discussion about me and YG, but why did it turn into this? Please rest assured, Amane-san, we are all taking part in this forum solely because we want to ensure your future with Kazami-san is a happy one. We're certainly not motivated.
We're certainly not motivated by a desire to amuse ourselves at your expense. Yep, for sure. It ain't like we're feeding you weird advice with the thought of if she gets dumped, maybe I'll be next in line in the back of our minds.
Huh? Wait.
Don't worry. Nobody thinks YG might end up going for a genuine Sundara in the end or anything.
Huh? No, wait. Huh? Are you all my enemies? Wait, Esakagi-san? Don't look at me. From the very start I made it very clear that I neither approved nor objected to your relationship. What? So you're all hoping I might break up with YG then?
That's not true at all. We're all friends, comrades, right?
I don't buy that for a second. Listen everyone, remember why we got these masks on? Let's all be brutally honest, okay? On that note, if we're all comrades here, why is one of us so obviously out of sync? Like, just costume-wise.
Say what? Where's this no good bum hiding?
I'm talking about you, Squid.
Squaw?
Okay, everyone, let me ask you this one more time. Are you all against my relationship with YG? No. It's not that any of us are opposed exactly. Just spit it out already. I can handle the truth. Very well then, allow me to express my feelings candidly. To be frank, there's a part of me that's been somewhat bitter about the way you wormed your way into a lonely young man's heart using your womanly wiles. In fact, my resentment on that point hasn't quite faded yet. But at the same time, given your numerous charms, I do understand why Kazami would choose you as his girlfriend. You are also quite skilled in the kitchen, Amane-san, and considerate about even the smallest of things.
Yeah, she's so darn good at spoiling people, and above all else, she's got big boobs and some meat in her bones. When it comes to titties and plastic model boxes, dudes always want the biggest ones they can get, you know?
Okay, guys, it really doesn't feel like you're complimenting me.
Well, all that said, we have spent some time talking about our plans to seduce him.
What?
Only Chen's a pretty simple dude at heart, you know. How do you think he'd react if a cute little thing like me was to jump on top of him? When we see it, all I'd have to do is whisper, please, let's do it in his ear, and he'd just go with the flow. Am I right? What's with the cold shoulder? I'm talking to you, Eshin.
This really isn't the time, MK-chan.
What the heck? We were just talking about this yesterday while we shared a popsicle down by the convenience store. Remember I planned to put him into the bushes into the courtyard? You were gonna pin his shoulders down so I could go to town with him, right?
I have no memory of any such conversation.
You're lying! Heck, we even worked out how to make him take responsibility if he gets us preggers. We got so pumped about it we were clenching our fists and snorting through our noses.
My secretary did this without my knowledge.
What the heck are you trying to fool with that crap? Oh, come on, seriously. You guys, if we were working out a plan like that, why didn't you include me?
That's really not the problem here, is it?
Oh, that mean you don't want in on this? Why, Chan? He's gone silent all of a sudden. Not sure what to do, huh? Might as well just go for it then. If you apologize right now, we'll let you join us. Wait a second. You're letting me in on this too, right? Meh, if you insist. Third in line though. Fine, whatever.
What about you, Iskaki-san? This whole thing is absurd.
There's only one Kazami YG, you know? When we only had one of a toy in my old hospital, everyone took turns playing with it. The doctor says that's the best system.
That's completely different.
What's so different? Anywho, if you can't get along with everyone, why, we won't let you borrow our own again.
Wait. It's almost starting to feel like I'm the unreasonable one here. Well, we won't force you to participate. But... Right, the principal. The principal would never tolerate such depraved behavior on her campus. She'll put a stop to this.
Regrettably, Miss Chibana Cicero couldn't join us today because of her busy schedule, however.
Oh, that's convenient. However, I was authorized to issue this statement on her behalf. What the... Let's all get along. He is hoping for a fun-filled future for our school. By T. Chibana Cicero. As I'm sure you can see, we received tacit approval from the top. This can't be happening.
Why, Miko, just give up already, why don't you? This is your chance to go dare. It's not too late to start being honest with yourself. You can still slide safely into home platers lover number 6.
Number 6?
I'm number 2.
And I would be number 3.
I'm number 4. And Cicero is number 5. Who's gonna claim the final spot?
Number 6? You expect me of all people to be number 6? If nothing else, I have my pride. As I said, we won't force you to participate.
Well, whatever. Keep being stubborn for all I care. You can spend the rest of your life satisfying yourself to porn you downloaded off the internet. But we gotta get ourselves some genuinely womanly pleasure.
Would you rather have a boy or a girl, Maki-chan? I think I'd like a boy myself.
Oh yeah, I want me a boy too. I'll name him Dan. Dan Irizu. That's perfect. Why Dan? No reason. Just felt like a weird-ass name would be appropriate, you know? I'm seriously grateful I wasn't born as your child. That ain't nice! And what's your opinion on the matter at M-Chiro-Chiro? Wait, M-Chiro-Chiro, these names are getting more and more obvious. Not that I really care. Anyway, let's see. I think I'd like a girl first. People say they're easier to handle. Maybe a boy after that.
What? Are we allowed to bear him 2 children? In that case, I'd want 2 boys. A pair of brothers.
Whoa! I like the sound of that. I'll take the same. How about you, Annie? You want a girl or a boy?
Oh, poor Amane. Annie?
Where?
Where?
Bah! Wow, she's crying? What's wrong?
No, Yuuji's mine. Why you all been so mean to me?
Yuuji, don't blurt out his real name like that.
Oh heavens, did we take the joke a little too far? It seems we brought her to tears. See? Now look what you've done. Apologize to Susan. Yep. So at the end of the day, it sort of felt like you guys weren't happy about me and Yuuji. Wait, you're asleep? Oh, good grief. You weren't listening to a word I said.
Oh, sorry, I nodded off for a sec there. What were we talking about again?
We were talking about you guys, alright? It feels like you haven't really given up on Yuuji yet.
Well, look, we told you it was all just a joke, right? I mean, sure, maybe we haven't totally given up on the guy yet. But even so, like I've told you a million times, we want you to be happy. That really is the truth, okay?
Okay.
And anyway, whatever you might think, it's just the fact that Odin chose you, Amane. So keep your chin up, alright?
Right.
Dang, I'm sleepy though. I think I'm gonna hit the hay.
Can you make it to bed by yourself?
I'll be fine, you know?
Don't wander into Sakaki-san's room by mistake again, okay?
Alright, I did that on purpose, you know? You mean she ain't so good at turning people down when they're pushy with her, basically. Like, she might say, I hate cats and all, but if one gets in her lap, she ain't gonna move it, see?
You're a monster, you know that?
Anywho, don't worry about me. Go take your bath, Amane.
Alright then, guess I'll do that.
Don't bring any toys in there except your lotion, okay?
Okay, that's where we'll end this episode. Oh, marketer, never change. But maybe have a bit of consideration for me too. Until next time, take care.